my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, whatever area of your chart you're wanting to look at, and a link to get yourself a birth chart is down in the description below if you need it. Now obviously I would advise watch your Sun and your Rising and potentially your Moon, especially you Cancer, you're ruled by the Moon. So as a general reading rules apply. Roles can get reversed because the cards don't come with name tags. If someone else appears in your reading, that is. And timing is far from absolute. But where these readings are different to a lot of the zodiac readings on YouTube is it either is for you in total or not. There's no take what resonates. The past and the present will declare to you whether this is appropriate for you, or you need to go and watch your Rising or your Moon or what have you. Don't try and make it fit if it doesn't fit, because, well, that way lies madness and disaster, really. So on that cheerful thought, what I would like you to do is ask a question prior to the reading. So take a moment to be aware of all of the issues that are around you, all the questions that are around you. Pick one of them and focus on it. But be aware of all of them because the cards will answer what they choose. But the focus theoretically gives the process energy, and then I will hopefully return that energy to you in the form of an appropriate reading. If not, the universe will find a way. So, you know, you're not wasting the energy at all. Other housekeeping, there's a link down there to the Facebook page for this channel, where obviously I post these videos, but I also post the astrology videos that I'm watching, sometimes other readers, other things that I find interesting or that are on topic for one of the readings that we've been doing. And it's probably just as effective, given Facebook's algorithm, as the notification bell can be on YouTube. But yeah, obviously I would like you to like, share, subscribe and click that notifications bell. And I think that's all my waffle done. Apart from all, there'll be a link down below to my video about the recent moon hex crisis, or moon witch hex, WitchMoonHex, the baby witches crisis. If you don't know what that is, it's interesting, entertaining, and really awkward all at the same time. So it's, well, but I had so much fun doing the video that you've got to go see it. So there, that's you told. Right, let's bring the cards up. Now, why so sad, Cancer? Because you have a wonderful opportunity at the moment. And I know that's going to sound really awkward with the situation that I'm seeing for you, because there is conflict all around here. We have card number 13 from the Sacred Spirit Oracle, emotional challenges. There is a lot being brought up for your attention, but it's being brought up purely for that, for your attention, for you to be aware of what emotions you are having and how they are shaping your actions. We have you in, well, this is really interesting. How you're feeling is the Tower, getting rid of stuff. And I normally say whether I feel good or I feel bad about the Tower. This one, I feel both. You are well aware that it is a wonderful opportunity to get rid of loads and loads of baggage, I think would be a good way to put it. Things that have been holding you back, things that are in your way, things that are just there and don't need to be. And you are making the effort to try and cut a lot of this out, but I feel that you also feel like your efforts have slightly, it's like you've started the ball rolling and you didn't realize how much it was going to snowball. But you are trying to find your own, you know, your own power within this situation. But there is conflict that is around because you've been balancing priorities for a while. And that balancing priorities has made you feel really impoverished, really like, hang on a minute, where's my priority gone in all of this? Or where's the priority for this one thing? So bear in mind, this might not be a competition between your priority and somebody else's priorities. This could also be a competition between your priorities to study and your priorities to work, or your priorities of either of those two and your emotional side, you know. But you've really been trying to balance these two factors up to a point where you've gone, right, no more. But here is where I do feel that you have been conflicted about how to move forward. Oh, the other reason why I believe that there is conflict, so I would assume if there's conflict, it's probably with another person or people rather than with yourself, is that we have the God force that is supporting you right now. So get this, she is supporting you, is the goddess of discord herself, Eris. And what is working against you, here we have Pegasus with nature. And I'm feeling like Pegasus often includes the sense of spirit. And in this case, I'm going to say it's the sense of your own personal spirit, or your own, because I don't want to say it's your own personal spirit. It's the illusion of your own personal spirit. It is your emotional bodies all ganged up into one voice. It's your, I hate this term, but the pain body speaking. It's the, this is who I am. No. It's who you've been so far, often in reaction to external stimuli, but it doesn't have to be who or what you are. The way I'm speaking that is I underwent hypnotic regression a couple of times, and the memories recovered are irrelevant. The fact is, I felt what it was like to be me with a completely different personality. But there was still that meanness, and there was still that completely different personality. So it all at once made me more critical and more forgiving of myself, because I could isolate a part of me that I didn't like, and I could resolve to change it. Because, hey, I've been something else before, and I will no doubt be something else again. So why wait for again? I can be something else now. How successful I've been on that is another matter. But there's almost that sense of, I'm drawn on this card to the fact that Pegasus here is a steed, that he's being ridden, that he is being directed, that he is being asked or cajoled to go to one place or another. I mean, obviously in the quest of Bellerophon, that's not necessarily a bad thing there. But when it's in the position of what archontic force is trying to repress you, then just be aware of how much external influences may be trying to control you. I mean, I think that with this Magician card, with the Tower, you are already trying to unpick that mess, but you are gaining plenty of emotional challenges in the process. But stick at it, Cancer, because I think you're doing well. There's spoils of war coming your way, but you also may feel that, okay, so where you are seeing value, other people are not seeing the value. And that's not a bad thing for you and your own personal agenda, but it's also causing you to reevaluate what you see value in. But like I say, I do feel that there is, Five of Wands here. There's conflict around you where you're going, do I need to use this piece of information or not? Do I need to cut this person out or not? Where does that leave everything that I have been working towards? Because let's face it, if you were balancing priorities, you were balancing a priorities for a reason, and it's not just for somebody else or for the weight of one agenda over another agenda, like I say, work, study, emotional life, whatever. There was a reason that you were doing it. So with these emotional challenges, you are being asked to look at the reasons why you was doing it, and if they're good reasons, they're good reasons. But if they are reasons where you were doing something because you were told, and because you were directed, and because it was what was expected of you, that's not good reasons. But if you go through this examination process, which is everything's being brought up to your attention right now, and with this Tower card and Eris here, I feel like, oh, by the way, you know, you thought you had no issues? Well, here's a secret room in the mansion of your mind. Let's just take all of the boxes out of it all at once. So that's enough for anybody to give the whole situation that scared budgie stare of, oh dear, what have I unearthed here? But work through it, because these later cards look fine. They look really, really good. We have a victory coming to you. Oh, a new beginning with victory coming to you, but the devil. So yes, you may be freeing yourself of some chains, but what sort of cost are you paying in that? Are you chaining yourself in that process? Because this, I like the devil in the Light Seers Tarot, because it's looking at me going, do you really want these chains? You can have these chains if you want. Are you sure that having these chains is such a good idea? So that is not a devil that's trying to imprison you. It's not trying to suppress you or limit you. He's saying, I can limit you if you really want me to. Are you sure that's what you want me to do? So, Six of Cups, Knight of Cups with Beleth, Five of Cups with Aim, reveals secrets and increases one's intellect. Right. Do not be trapped by what you have lost, because what you have lost has been making space for more happiness to come in and to give you a driving force to move forward. And while you are facing all of these challenges, I've talked a lot in all of these, well, I mean, in all of them, you're number 4, this month's videos so far, about the angel and demon on each, you know, one on each shoulder. I almost feel that with you, the angel and demon are both sat there going, yeah, I've got nothing. Your choice now. You know, I've given you all the information that you need. Your choice. I've got nothing. And what you have lost is nothing compared with what you stand to gain in your process of revaluing everything that is around you. There is positive love coming for Gomery or Gremory from the Fallen Angel Oracle deck. Now, Gremory likes to appear in my readings. Gremory appears quite a lot. I'm quite surprised he isn't in that pile of cards as well. There was a note about him in this book. More often, she will help recover lost truths and insights. So it's almost like you're getting these boxes that you've taken out of this secret room. They are unfinished jigsaws, and you're finally getting the last pieces to pop into the jigsaw and to go, oh, that's what the picture was. I get it. Final piece of the jigsaw. In fact, if I remember, final piece of the jigsaw. That's what I might call the reading. Because, yes, There is Page of Wands, King of Wands, Three of Swords. There is a coming to terms with the pain of this loss that you have incurred by the victory of whatever victory it is that you've got going on. And I don't think you feel particularly victorious right now, but that victory is coming. But there's also there's a temptation to take rash action, but there's also the knowledge of, yeah, I don't need to. I don't need to create such a massive change. I can hold aloft my magic sword all I like and scream by the power of Grayskull. A card always reminds me of that. But if we're going to use Grayskull as a metaphor here, then think about the healing magics and the knowledge magics that castle contained. And it's something of, you can have a celebration by making a commitment to a dream that had felt out of your reach, and there is commitment coming to you. Four of Wands twice here. Now remember, Gremory is also a card about love. So if you're having a relationship hiccup at the moment, it's going to get better, but it'll only get better by you going, it doesn't matter what the other partner does. I mean, obviously it does, but it will only get better in your heart and in your mind by you going, hang on a minute, I felt hurt by that. Okay, how do I resolve that hurt? How do I, with the Five of Cups here, walk away from that hurt? How do I lose that hurt? Because with the strife and the emotional challenges, it might not even be the thing that you think you're hurt about that you are actually hurting about. It's because it reminds you of something. But there we're going into psychotherapy stuff, and you can figure that one out yourself. But you have the potential to create something beautiful right now. This creation of light card from Foxfire and from the Moonology, take time to breathe out. So there isn't a huge hurry. I know you fear that things are going so fast that you are getting dragged, Six of Swords, Chariot, that you are getting dragged to a new space. I wonder how much of that is dragging, and how much of that dragging is just due to you maybe kicking your feet and digging your heels in a little bit. Because you are heading towards a really positive rebirth, a material rebirth here. That, yeah, you're going to be wandering away from some dreams, but that's because the way that you are looking at things, if you have the strength to do it, can be rebooted. I said I think it was Aries, I love this particular death card. It shows a portal to a whole new world, but it also reminds me of a DC villain called the Time Trapper, who is responsible for frequently rebooting reality. And you can reboot your own reality through what you go here, but you have to do the work. You have to... This really is a shadow side month for you, do you know what I mean? But then again, with the astrology of this year, Cancer, that is not anything new. I think last month's reading was quite a bit about shadow side as well. But there is a wonderful progression showing that you are nearly to the point of gaining wish fulfillment. And yes, things will pick up when you let things pick up. And that when you decide that you are going for the rebirth aspect rather than the wounded warrior aspect. So let's have a look into the path, because path past. In the past, you've had big plans and you got recognised by them, but you was constantly having to balance everything that you was trying to do. And it's almost like you were called to protect your big plans, and your intuition basically said, stuff it, I'll do it on my own. But that doing it on your own and concentrating on your own inner light didn't... I would say there were so many options. It was like, how do I really proceed forward with this while also keeping the secrets that I want to keep. That I'm really getting that from this Seven of Swords card here. And I think you chose the right one to, you know, it's almost like here's the right dream to move forward, which proved very fruitful for you and gave you the start of a new beginning that you're having right now. So what you're having right now is the birthing pains of that new beginning. And to go into that new beginning, you need to be new. If you are going to enjoy the reboot that's on offer, you need to be rebooted. But the thing is that you are the one in control of that rebooting process. So you can embrace it full on, or you can go, yeah, right, no, not doing that. But what has been occurring has had a certain amount of fairness about it. So that would make me think that you are not without blemish on your reputation yourself. Is one way to interpret it. But you know, an element of 6 and 1 and half a dozen of the other. And recognizing some of that is exactly what this whole situation that's going on right now is giving you, because you are being given the wisdom. You're being guided by the bird in the 9 of Pentacles, guided by the hand of God in this 4 of Vessels, for you to manifest something spectacular. As I say, you're in a period of the creation of something new and beautiful. But it does appear like that will be hard work. Now, 2 more cards dropped out of the Fallen Angel. So we've got... Card 18, Glacial Lablas, with Danger. But 18, again, reduces to a 9, Rebirth, Divine Power. And card 61, Enlightenment. So the stakes are high. Oh, that's what I could call the reading. But the stakes are high at the moment. You can bury yourself in all this emotional wah-wah, not to dismiss it, but I don't think that's the path that you should take. I think you should work through all of those emotions and go, okay, right, finished, ready for my reboot now, please, Mr. Time Trapper. So yeah, that's what else I could call it, getting ready for the reboot. I'll decide one of them. But there is a danger in the process that you are doing. But of course there is. With everything, there is a high stakes. With anything where there is gain, there is risk. And if you are diving into an ocean of emotion, an old emotion, then there is risks that you can end up getting mired there. But you do not have to. You do not have to. You can use the victory and have this new beginning that is being on offer to you. And that new beginning is pretty much right now. Partly you instigated this process. So I would say, you know, follow it through right to the end. Whoops. Make sure that you are worthy of having that lemniscate above your head, that symbol of infinity, because you are opening yourself up to a whole new positive future if you continue with your own personal tower moment that you started. But remember, you've got to get through it. You've got to go all the way through it. You have to get to the point where you can hold aloft your magic sword and say, by the power of Grayskull. You know, so, and know what you mean when you say that. That's everything. Yep, that's a lot. So, if this means anything to you, Cancer, comment down below. I'd be interested to hear what that means for you. I mean, obviously, you don't want to be too personal in YouTube comments, but, you know. In the meantime, a like, share and subscribe always helps, as I think I said at the start, at the beginning. And stay tuned, go and watch your rising sign, go and watch your moon sign, and soon keep posted because your Chinese zodiac will be coming out. Cheers.